Now, a few videos ago, I talked about how we could witness kind of this false World War II, where we think it's World War II, but it's actually not. Later on in the series, we could see an even bigger war, and I'm starting to see where the pieces could fall, where that actually could very likely happen. So there are just some huge players in this world that still haven't made their decision on where they fall exactly on this. I want to call it pre-World War II, honestly, because here's the thing. I do not think France and the British are going to do too well. I just don't. I mean, you've got to fight the Entente here out in the West, which we've seen. They will land naval invasions. They will try everything they can through the Atlantic, and they will push into, I think, the Union of Great Britain, or they're actually called, what are they called? Yeah, Union of Britain or something like that. Or maybe they'll land off Brittany and force France into a double front war. I didn't realize that Flanders had just joined the German faction, so that's going to be even more power for the Germans. We should see the Soviets fall as well, because if you look at the Soviets situation here in this world, they're surrounded. They're completely surrounded. They kind of fell completely back away from their Russian front, and I think the Russians might retain a lot of this, maybe, or Ukraine. They could all get a little piece of it. And the big player, some of the big players that haven't done anything about, you know, anything just yet, are the Ottomans. The Ottomans haven't decided what they want to do. They are an autocracy, basically. They're an autocracy with, you know, a few puppets that really like them, kind of smaller puppets, and a little bit of friends. India is another one that the Entente just might let the Dominion of India fall in order to make bigger gains in Western Europe. We've got basically also a Japanese-Chinese war taking place out this way. So it's a huge mess. This is just a bunch of crazy things happening. The United States might finally get their territory back. It looks very likely. If we look at what they're dealing with, they've got a bunch of manpower. They've got 87 factories, and well, I mean, these guys. The problem with the Rust Belt and the American Union is that they're fighting against each other, and I think that always is the divide. Whenever there's like a revolution that takes place, and we've got two sort of separate parties that are even fighting each other too, because these two needed to gain up, and they didn't do that. So the U.S. will probably form again, but New England and the Pacific states will remain under the Entente, which is going to give Canada quite a bit of power. Anyways, let's go ahead and press forward. It's 1941. May, and I think we could see the end. I don't know. I don't want to say the end, because we might not see France fall or the Union of Britain fall in this video. Let's go ahead and check. Now, is that amazing magnet line here? It's not like what it used to be. I didn't realize that. I haven't really made this comment, but yeah, it looks like Germany, since they won World War I, took a lot of this stuff over. Maybe they had control over it. Did they? No, we would see level 10 forts over here. Maybe those forts were probably built during World War, like just before World War II broke out in the real world. So I'm guessing that's why the magnet line, right? Is that what it's called? Magnet line? Something like that. Wow, holy crap, there's a lot of units right here. That's a lot of French and British units really helping out. This kind of Benelux territory, a part of their region. I guess I can't really call it that, because there is no Dutch or Lux. What is it? Oh man, I'm smoking some crack, clearly. But anyways, we'll just ignore that. We're just gonna completely ignore that. It's another big player, and I guess it's not really one specific country, but big players that haven't made a decision yet are the Balkan region. I mean, we've got the Belgrade Pact, but we don't have anything from Romania. Austria is a huge player that, you know, hasn't really decided to do much. I could see Poland joining the Third International. Oh, I didn't know the Soviets. Okay, so we do have confirmation that the people will, like, dissolve their faction and then quickly join another faction. That is what we've just witnessed here. Oh man, you're very lucky, Soviets, that nobody's like pushing hardcore for you. A little bit. Like Belarus kind of is. Finland is kind of the big question mark here. I mean, Finland's very aggressive, and they actually have somewhat of a pact here with the Ottomans. They're a very good opinion of. They both have a good opinion of each other. Maybe some sort of strange Ottoman-Finn alliance could be forming up. All right, so how is Ireland looking? Do we have a lot of troops here in Ireland? Yes, we do. We've got a ton of Canadians. I think we're going to start to see the Kingdom of France join in. I don't know how good the infrastructure is here. Oh, it's pretty good. So they could probably land a ton of different regiments. Oh, not up here. Not in Northern Ireland. I feel like it's always raining in this region. Is that normal? Is it always rain in Ireland? In the British Isles, I mean, I should say? Possibly. All right, and then, oh, I didn't even realize that you guys... Oh, there's still nothing from Spain. India's called in Nepal. Okay. So did Nepal just join the Entente too? They probably need it. Oh, well, Nepal's done. The Ottomans might go after the Dominion of India, which would be a really smart move. Yeah, Northern India is losing a lot. A lot of territory so far. 100% world tension. How is Japan doing? I think Japan's ultimately going to lose this war against China. We could see like Ming or Qing or maybe even China actually reform here. Whoa, I thought I saw some... Yeah, there is some things happening. Oh, is this Australia? Oh my gosh, is Australia actually doing stuff? I think they are. Look at that. Australia's doing stuff in the Pacific. Australia actually will be, I think, the biggest help to India as soon as they take over, like Indonesia, Malaysia, all those territories. Oh my goodness, Germany's going to lose this. I think it's very likely Germany will lose this. Yes. Oh man, that's a twist, baby. That is a pretty big twist. Oh, what will happen to the faction? I mean, Germany has control over so much. They've got control over so much. So maybe my prediction was completely wrong. I mean, if the Third International capitulate Germany, take over some land, puppet them, dissolve the faction that Germany had, and call in the U.S., then bam, France and Britain win. They just straight up win. Oh, American Union is making some comebacks. Oh, now if you force, that would be huge. If the American Union get Chicago, then they actually have a chance here. They actually have a pretty big chance if they just walk in and take Chicago. I don't know if they will. But boom, you take over, not Wisconsin, Minnesota. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, you've pieced out. Smart move. You guys that's a genius decision there. Okay, American War has been merged into the Second American War. Oh, did you just do what I thought, what I've been telling you to do? I think you did. Yes, American Union and the combined syndicates have formed an alliance. That's a genius move. You should have done that a lot longer ago, but man, we've seen some pretty smart AI decision making in this video, in this series as a whole, and I'm really proud. It's like, wow, that's nice. Didn't think we'd see all that much. All right, this is big, man. Well, first of all, the combined syndicates need to get their stuff together, or else they're gonna, because I don't know if they have much of anything. They don't have very many regiments, that's for sure. This could end up backfiring, I guess, for the American Union. They still don't look very powerful. But, we'll see. I think it'll continue to teeter-totter for a little bit. Should continue to teeter-totter. Okay, so Germany's done. I am in shock right now. Now, what does Austria do? Austria, with their alliance over the Italian Confederation, they also are liked by Portugal. Do they join the Entente? That's very likely, actually. I think that's a likely situation. Have the Soviets capitulated, and the Soviets are holding back. I think maybe because of Russia. Maybe Russia isn't really moving forward, even though they could totally get everything back if they wanted to. I guess that's kind of a dumb move for them, but maybe it's because they don't have enough stuff. Yeah, they don't have anything. Logistically, they are suffering pretty badly here. Now, how much is the overall Entente alliance helping India? It's hard to say, because that could be part of the reason why we're not seeing aggression in like the British Isles or Western Europe from them, because maybe they're focused more on keeping India safe. I think that would be a huge loss for them. I think it'd be kind of a big mistake for them, yeah, if they did let this whole region fall. because this is a really good region to have over in the old world. But, you know, you're risking so much power. I mean, I think it's already too late. The Third International is going to win over Western Europe here. Yep, that is likely to happen. I don't know if what is going to happen in Eastern Europe, though. I mean, the Soviets shouldn't be able to... What did you guys form? I guess you're a part of an alliance still, but since they're only one nation, I think it wouldn't be you know, surprising if they dissolved it and joined something real quick, just like we saw what we saw from the Soviet Union. All right, well, there is Berlin. I can't believe this, Germany. What happened, man? What happened? Somebody explain this to me. This is crazy. I am very surprised. What happened? So, manpower, you still got a bunch of manpower? You lost all your factories? And I don't think the British were really concerned. I don't think the British have much over here, do they? Oh, they're trying to launch something against Ireland. You know, I think the British still have probably the ship majority. I think they probably still have way more ships in the North Sea and the Atlantic than just Canada does. Oh, they're trying to stop naval invasions. Ireland is defending naval invasions. They're not landing their own. They're just trying to defend. Oh, hold on. What is this? Oh yeah, no, that's the British trying to move over. Yeah, they're not even trying their own naval invasions. Interesting. Still going to be tough with all of those Canadians and Kingdom of France in Africa units in there. Yeah, that's still going to be tough nonetheless. Ottoman Empire, what are you going to do? Did you still not destroy the Kurds? Or did you allow... Yeah, you didn't. And you're still at war with Cyprus. That's going to be a naval invasion that you'll have to do. I think the Ottomans really want a piece of India, but they're not going to do it. Look at all these wars that are still happening. That's crazy. Really surprised by that. Ottoman Cyprus War, there it is. Ottoman Kurdish War. A lot of those are, yeah, a lot of these are like separate wars that haven't really been combined. Now, how is this going now? Uh-oh. Oh, you're about to lose Atlanta. Yep, you're about to lose Atlanta. You guys never ended up forming or joining any sort of faction, so the United States is going to retain a good amount, I would say. A pretty good amount of their power back. Unless, of course, it's... Unless the combined syndicates of America do better. No, I think if they get surrounded... Yeah, I think if the American Union fall, then it's over, but... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe by 1944, I think the U.S. will just have, you know, no control over New England and in the Pacific. I don't know how much power those two states had. I think it's likely we will see Canada. I think it's likely we'll see the Entente and you know, mainly Canada versus the U.S., which will be really fun because we normally don't see that. And I think Canada has, you know, they might have the advantage. They might potentially have the advantage. What is this? The German Socialist Republic. So there's a civil war that just broke out. Germany, US, there it is right there. So that's one piece taken back, and you have these guys surrounded. Yep, you have them surrounded. It's all ready to go. Boom. So there it goes. The US is finally back. It took them, holy crap, it took them like 6-7 years basically. Mexico's starting to build up the border, or build up the, not build up the border, but they're building up along the border. Maybe they're building the wall. Mexico's building their own wall. Mexico, I still think Mexico will have some sort of thing in, I mean, they're social democrats still. I think it's likely they join the Entente if anything were to break out here. Yeah, I think that would be the likely reaction from North America, at least. And the U.S. would probably join the French and the British, I think. Okay, so Berlin has fallen. Germany's done. Soviet Russia still exists, which is amazing that they still exist. And you know what? If the Soviets take over Russia, I could see them easily taking over Siberia. I don't think Siberia really has much going on. 50 factories, yeah. Not that much, at least. It'd be close. It'd be close. There you go. Okay, so the Ottomans finally took over Kurdistan. That's good. We're cleaning up the war screen. Cleaning up the war screen. That's pretty big. I want to know what Austria does now. Austria, who is a pretty big authoritarian democracy. They just don't have very many friends. They could join the Belgrade Pact, which, you know, could be something. They could join that. Okay, so it's 1942. It looks like Germany is surprisingly going to lose this, and there will be 2 remaining major factions, as well as a ton of other people that haven't done anything. A ton of, you know, we still haven't seen much from South America, and my tests usually have things happen in South America. Not this time around, though. So, and the U.S. is coming back. They'll be ready to go by 1943, I think. So I didn't see that coming at all. I'm wondering how much the Entente kind of had an impact, because I don't think they really had much willingness to go into Western Europe. I think for the most part they're trying to defend somewhat India and Western Europe at the same time. You can't do both, and it looks like they are just trying to defend Ireland, since they're not trying to do their own naval invasion onto the British Isles. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.